Have you ever woken up feeling stiff, foggy, and drained, only to hear your doctor say it's just part of aging? What if that's completely wrong, and the real cause is something you can fix starting tomorrow morning? Imagine living well into your 90s, medication-free, while friends half your age rely on pills and assistance. In this video, I'll reveal 5 simple morning habits that have helped me thrive independently at 94. And if you stay until the end, you'll discover one powerful 4-minute habit that transformed my brain health and could change your life too. Let's begin with habit 1, the strategic hydration ritual. Did you know that 84% of seniors wake up with stiff joints, mental fog, and low energy, problems that can often be eased with a simple 30-second hydration routine? Overnight, your body loses nearly a liter of water through breathing, sweating, and other processes. Yet many start their day with coffee or tea, unaware these drinks worsen dehydration instead of relieving it. Research from Johns Hopkins Medicine shows even mild dehydration can impair brain function by 27%, slow cognitive processing, and raise inflammation by 31% in older adults. Geriatric specialists warn that chronic dehydration accelerates aging, increases joint pain, contributes to cognitive decline, and strains the heart. Take Eleanor, an 82-year-old retiree. She endured headaches, dizziness, and fatigue for years until she made one small change in her morning routine. Eleanor's doctors prescribed medications for migraines and vertigo, but nothing addressed the root cause: chronic dehydration. It wasn't until she adopted a targeted morning hydration routine that her symptoms eased, proving how one simple habit can dramatically change health outcomes. The science is clear. Dehydration during sleep doesn't just make you thirsty, it harms your body. Synovial fluid, which lubricates your joints, thickens when dehydrated, increasing friction and wear with every movement. This leads to morning stiffness and can worsen conditions like osteoarthritis. Your brain also depends on hydration to maintain electrical signals between neurons and to flush out metabolic waste, including beta amyloid, which builds up overnight. Without enough water, these waste products linger, causing brain fog, reduced focus, and over time, raising the risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. For seniors, the danger is even greater. With age, the body's thirst signals weaken, meaning you may not feel thirsty even when cells are running dangerously low on water. That's why proactive hydration, especially first thing in the morning, is critical. The solution is simple but must be done right. Each night, prepare a 16-ounce glass of room temperature water with about 1/8 teaspoon of natural, unprocessed salt like Himalayan or sea salt. Place it on your nightstand and drink it immediately upon waking, before coffee, tea, or breakfast. Room temperature water absorbs faster than cold, which can constrict blood vessels and slow digestion. The small pinch of salt supports osmotic balance, helping water enter cells more efficiently and replacing electrolytes lost overnight. If plain water feels unappealing first thing in the morning, a small squeeze of fresh lemon or a slice of cucumber can make it more enjoyable without affecting the benefits. Avoid sweeteners, natural or artificial, as they can trigger an insulin response that disrupts your morning metabolism, potentially leading to energy crashes or inflammation. If you're on a low-sodium diet for conditions like hypertension, check with your doctor before adding salt. While the amount here is minimal and generally safe, it's best to confirm. This habit isn't about simply drinking more water during the day, though that's helpful. It's about breaking the overnight dehydration cycle so your body starts the day primed for optimal function. Within 24 hours, you may notice less joint stiffness and sharper mental clarity as your brain and joints receive the hydration they've been missing. After a week of consistency, many seniors report better digestion, higher energy, and even improved skin elasticity as hydration stabilizes. Over the months, Benefits can include reduced inflammation, improved cardiovascular health, and fewer dehydration-related complications, such as urinary tract infections or kidney strain. Consider Margaret, 76, who struggled with morning lethargy for years. Just 2 weeks after adopting this ritual, she felt like a new person. Clearer mind, less joint pain, and more enjoyment in her morning walks. I began this practice myself at 75 and have kept it for nearly 2 decades. It's transformed my mornings, giving me the energy and clarity to start each day with confidence. Habit 2. Circadian-aligned sunlight exposure. Missing the critical morning sunlight window can increase your risk of depression by 69% and disrupt sleep patterns in just a few days. A landmark study from the University of Colorado Boulder found that 10 to 15 minutes of early sunlight helps reset circadian rhythms and boosts serotonin levels by 42% in adults over 65. This simple habit is one of the most powerful and underused tools for preserving mental health, quality sleep, and vitality in older age. The unique wavelengths of early light, rich in both blue and red, activate specialized retinal cells called melanopsin receptors, sending signals to the brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus to regulate your body's internal clock. This process begins in the SCN, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, your body's master clock in the hypothalamus. This tiny control center synchronizes over 150 biological functions, from hormone production like cortisol and melatonin to body temperature, immune activity, and even nutrient metabolism. Take Robert, 78, who battled insomnia for years and relied on sleep medication. By simply moving his daily walk from the afternoon to the morning, his circadian rhythm realigned, and within weeks, he no longer needed those pills. Without morning sunlight, melatonin production becomes disrupted, leading to poor sleep quality, increased inflammation, and faster aging. Circadian misalignment also interferes with blood pressure control, glucose metabolism, and muscle repair. Research from Northwestern University shows that seniors with unstable circadian rhythms face quicker muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, and more rapid cognitive decline compared to those with consistent rhythms. It's no surprise that circadian health is now recognized as a key predictor of both longevity and quality of life. Morning light is especially powerful because it's rich in blue wavelengths, the most effective for resetting your circadian clock. Afternoon or evening light, while beneficial in other ways, simply doesn't carry the same biological impact. Even brief exposure in the morning signals your brain that the day has begun, triggering hormonal and neurological shifts that boost alertness, stabilize mood, and enhance metabolic efficiency. To make this habit work, step outside within 30 minutes of waking for 10 to 15 minutes of natural morning light, even on cloudy days. Diffused sunlight still contains the right wavelengths to activate melanopsin receptors. Avoid wearing glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses during this time, as they can filter out the crucial light. The light must enter your eyes directly to reset your circadian rhythm effectively. Skin exposure adds an extra benefit, but the eyes are essential for this process. Of course, sunlight exposure alone won't always be possible. If weather or mobility issues prevent you from going outside, sitting near an open window can offer partial benefits, though it's about 50% less effective than direct sunlight. In northern regions with limited winter daylight, a medical-grade light therapy box emitting 10,000 lux of full-spectrum light can be a reliable substitute. Choose a device specifically designed for circadian regulation and use it for 15 to 20 minutes at the same time each morning. Still, whenever possible, natural light remains the gold standard. Even in urban areas with little access to open green spaces, simply standing on a balcony or near a street-facing window works, as long as your eyes are exposed to unfiltered light. The benefits of morning sunlight build over time, creating a positive cycle of better sleep, steadier mood, and improved physical health. Within 1 week, Many seniors report falling asleep more easily, waking up refreshed, and experiencing fewer mood swings. After a month of consistency, results often include improved blood pressure, stronger immune function, and better digestive regularity as the body's internal clock stabilizes. Long-term, this habit can lower depression risk, strengthen cognitive resilience, and help maintain muscle mass, key factors for a high quality of life. Take Susan, 70, from Seattle. She battled seasonal affective disorder through the city's long, cloudy winters. By adding morning light exposure, outdoors when possible, or using a light therapy box, her mood and energy lifted noticeably within 2 weeks. At age 80, I've made morning sunlight a non-negotiable part of my routine, and it has been a game changer for both my sleep and overall vitality. Habit 3. A 4-minute cognitive priming routine. Why would you allow your brain to lose nearly 30,000 neural connections each day? Each morning, your brain loses thousands of neural connections, yet a simple 4-minute routine can help reverse that loss. This isn't an exaggeration. It's supported by neurological research on brain plasticity in aging adults. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School found that cognitive priming exercises performed right after waking can boost neuroplasticity by 37% and enhance executive function for the entire day. Why is the morning so important? In those first waking moments, your neural networks are in a more adaptable state, thanks to elevated levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, often called miracle growth for brain cells, which peaks shortly after waking and then steadily declines. Margaret, 86, maintained her morning mental routine during recovery from hip surgery. While physical therapy had to wait, her cognitive exercises kept her brain function strong during a high-risk period for decline. Skipping morning brain activation, however, creates a cumulative deficit, accelerating cognitive decline and raising dementia risk by 29%, according to the National Institute on Aging. Each morning offers a critical choice. Either engage your brain's plasticity mechanisms or let them weaken through passive activities. The danger is subtle. By the time changes are noticeable, significant neural connections may already be gone. That's why I recommend the 4-4-4 morning challenge. In just 4 minutes, solve one simple math problem, recall one detailed memory, learn 4 new words, and visualize your day. This combination stimulates multiple brain regions at once, creating what neuroscientists call cross-connectivity, which strengthens overall cognitive resilience. The math problem engages logical reasoning. Memory recall boosts hippocampal networks vital for storing information, and vocabulary. Learning new words strengthens your language centers, while visualization activates the planning and executive function areas in your prefrontal cortex. The 4-minute time frame isn't arbitrary. It's grounded in research showing that short, focused bursts of cognitive work are more effective than longer, passive activities. For best results, prepare your materials the night before. A math problem from a book or app. A memory prompt such as recalling your 30th birthday, 4 new vocabulary words, and a simple visualization exercise. Each morning's choices either build or weaken your brain's neural connections. Strengthen them tomorrow. The benefits are both immediate and long-term. Within hours, you may notice sharper decision-making and clearer thinking. Within weeks, regular practice often leads to better word recall and more confidence in mental abilities. Over months, this habit can measurably increase your cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to adapt to age-related changes or minor injuries. I've practiced it since age 70, and at 94, I credit it as a major reason for my mental sharpness. Habit 4. The strategic mobility sequence. Are you unknowingly harming your physical independence by sticking to outdated morning exercises? Many traditional stretching routines were designed for younger, more resilient bodies, and can actually increase joint damage in those over 70. According to a 2023 Mayo Clinic study, Inappropriate morning movements can raise joint inflammation by up to 31%, leading to pain and reduced mobility. In contrast, a carefully designed 7-minute mobility sequence, tailored specifically to seniors, has been shown to reduce joint pain and stiffness by 44% in just 2 weeks. This dramatic improvement is possible because aging connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage undergo major changes after age 70. Collagen fibers, which give joints their structure, become less hydrated, more brittle, and increasingly cross-linked, reducing their flexibility and resilience. Loss of elasticity in connective tissues calls for a gentle, progressive approach to movement, one that warms the body first, rather than jumping into the aggressive stretches often promoted in magazines, online videos, or generic fitness programs for younger adults. Thomas, an 85-year-old retiree, is proof of this. Years of traditional stretching had left him dependent on a walker due to worsening joint pain and stiffness. Within weeks of switching to this strategic mobility sequence, he regained enough independence to walk unassisted. Why can traditional stretches harm seniors? Many common moves, like toe touches, deep forward bends, and rapid neck rolls, are poorly suited for older adults and can cause micro-damage to aging tissues. Deep forward bends, for example, place excessive pressure on spinal discs, which lose hydration and resilience with age, increasing the risk of bulging or herniation. Rapid neck rolls can reduce blood flow through vertebral arteries, which may already be narrowed by atherosclerosis or degenerative changes, leading to dizziness or even more serious issues. Even gentle-looking moves like seated spinal twists, when done immediately upon waking, can place shearing forces on the spine's facet joints if the tissues aren't warmed up. These micro-injuries add up over time, accelerating joint wear and undermining mobility. That's where the inside-out mobility sequence comes in, a step-by-step approach to protect joints and promote long-term function. This 7-minute routine, best done before breakfast, follows a physiologically sound progression that raises core body temperature and boosts circulation before moving into deeper joint ranges of motion. It respects the unique needs of aging tissues and primes the body for the day ahead. The sequence begins with a seated shoulder rotations, 30 seconds. Purpose: gently activate upper body circulation and warm the shoulder joints. How to perform: sit in a sturdy chair with arms relaxed at your sides. Start with small, controlled circles, gradually making them larger over 30 seconds. Keep movement smooth to protect the rotator cuff, which is prone to stiffness with age. Benefits: boosts blood flow to the upper body, reduces shoulder stiffness, and prepares arms for daily tasks like reaching or lifting. Seated marching, 1 minute. Purpose: engage core stabilizers and improve lower body circulation. How to perform: stay seated in a firm chair with feet flat on the floor. Alternate lifting your knees as if marching, keeping a moderate pace for 1 minute. Engage your core to maintain posture and avoid slouching. Benefits: activates hip flexors and core muscles, improves leg circulation, and enhances stability for standing and walking. Doorway chest expansions, 30 seconds. Purpose: counteract forward posture, common in seniors, by opening the chest and shoulders. How to perform: stand in a doorway with hands on the frame at shoulder height. Lean forward gently until you feel a mild stretch across the chest and shoulders. Hold for 30 seconds. Avoid overextending to protect your lower back. Benefits: improves posture, relieves upper back tightness, and increases breathing capacity. Supported squats, 1 minute. Purpose: activate major muscle groups, quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings to boost metabolism and lubricate joints. How to perform: hold on to a sturdy counter or chair for balance. Bend your knees slowly, lowering into a squat as far as comfortable, then return to standing. Repeat at a steady pace for 1 minute. Benefits: strengthens lower body, improves joint stability, and supports functional mobility for daily activities like sitting and standing. Seated ankle circles, 30 seconds per foot. Purpose: improve circulation in the lower legs and maintain ankle mobility, critical for balance and fall prevention. How to perform: sit with one leg extended. Sit slightly forward and rotate your foot clockwise for 15 seconds, then counterclockwise for another 15. Repeat on the other foot, keeping movement smooth to avoid straining the ankle ligaments. Benefits: improves ankle flexibility, reduces swelling in the lower legs, and supports stable, confident walking. The first 30 minutes after waking are a crucial window for setting the tone of your joint health for the rest of the day. Starting your morning with this strategic sequence primes your body to move efficiently and reduces the risk of injury. Most seniors notice less stiffness within just a few days. After 2 weeks, cumulative benefits often include better posture, less pain during daily activities, and greater confidence in movement. Within a month, many report significant improvements: easier transitions in and out of chairs, more stability when climbing stairs, and reduced discomfort when reaching overhead. Personally, in my late 80s, I credit this mobility sequence as a cornerstone of my independence, allowing me to keep up with household tasks like gardening and cooking, activities many of my peers have had to give up due to mobility issues. Habit 5. Protein timing. Nutrition protocol. Did you know eating the wrong breakfast foods can accelerate muscle loss by 23% in adults over 70, regardless of your total daily protein intake? This finding from research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition challenges the traditional advice of focusing only on total daily protein intake. Experts at Tufts University's Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging found that for seniors, protein timing, not just amount, plays a critical role in preserving muscle mass and preventing rapid sarcopenia. After age 60, the body develops anabolic resistance, meaning you need both more protein and precise timing to effectively stimulate muscle maintenance. Yet most seniors eat their largest protein portion at dinner, when muscle building potential is already low, and start the day with a carbohydrate-heavy breakfast, right when protein synthesis is at its peak. Barbara, 91, reversed 2 years of strength loss in just months by changing when and how she consumed protein. She had been eating the typical breakfast of toast, fruit, and coffee, offering almost no support for aging muscles. This pattern causes blood sugar spikes, increases inflammation, accelerates muscle loss, and can impair cognitive function for the rest of the day. Starting your morning with mostly carbs triggers an insulin response that limits fat burning for hours and deprives muscles of the essential amino acids they need when they're most receptive. For seniors, this missed anabolic window becomes narrower with each decade. The solution? Consume at least 25 to 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of finishing your morning mobility sequence. Prioritize options like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie with added collagen. Research shows that about 30 grams of high-quality protein in a single meal is enough to overcome anabolic resistance and stimulate muscle protein synthesis, far more effective than spreading smaller amounts throughout the day. A concentrated morning dose of protein works best right after your mobility routine. Light physical activity boosts blood flow to the muscles, priming them to use protein more effectively. In practice, this could be 2 eggs with cottage cheese, Greek yogurt with added protein powder, or a smoothie made with whey or plant-based protein plus collagen, offering amino acids that support both joint and skin health. Avoid pairing this protein with high glycemic carbs, like white bread or sweet fruits, as they can weaken the muscle-preserving effects. Your body's anabolic window opens every morning. Why waste the opportunity for cellular repair? Within days of starting this habit, many seniors feel more energized throughout the morning. Within weeks, They often notice stronger grip strength and less fatigue in daily activities. After 3 months, research shows measurable gains in lean muscle mass, in contrast to the steady decline seen in those sticking to traditional breakfasts. I have followed this protein timing protocol faithfully since my mid-80s, and I credit it for maintaining my functional strength well beyond that of most peers. These 5 morning habits have kept me vibrant, independent, and medication-free at 94. Simple as they are, they can transform your mornings and set the stage for a healthier, more energized life at any age. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more ways to live your best life.